Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Well, Sublime will be there. Am I drawing a blank with this pneumonia medicine I'm on? They are at Riot Fest, right?
Yes, Sublime with Jacob Knoll
That's right.
is at Riot Fest. We are playing a song right now that is Sublime with leftover Bradley Knoll vocals.
Yes.
That's very exciting. You can
And
hear
that's
that in
wild.
the afternoons on Q101.
And Rome is nowhere to be found.
I'm waiting for Rome to front another band that has a singer that has passed away, unfortunately. I would love to know what he's going to do. Sublime with Rome is actually in Chicagoland in early September. They're doing some sort of festival, maybe in Antioch. That sounds like where they might be playing.
I think I know, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Sublime with Jacob Knoll is at Riot Fest, September 21st, 22nd, and 20th.
You know what Rome should do?
What's that?
He should busk in the parking lot of Riot Fest and play all Sublime songs. Hey, listen, I've been doing this for 20 years, man. Come on, man.
You've heard my song with the Dirty Heads, right?
Yeah, he could put a bucket out there, probably make a lot of money.
Oh, well, all that tip money that Rome would be making?
Yeah.
Do you think Rome could do Rome with Van Halen?
Well, since Eddie's gone, I mean,
Yes.
he's not a guitar player like Eddie, so he can't just be.
I think Rome plays guitar.
Yeah, but I mean, he can't be Eddie. Where he can be, he's proven to be Bradley Knoll. You see, because he did such a great job for the last 20 years.
Do you think he could do like Rome with Static X because Wayne Static has passed away?
Well, is there an office interviewing for bands where the singers have died and Rome's trying to audition for
Yeah,
them?
I think Rome went on Indeed and was like, hey, man, if your singer died, let me be in your band. That's kind of my thing.
I kind of like the busking idea. Just play the Sublime songs out front of Riot Fest. I'm sure it'll be fine. To make a little bit of money.
I don't know if they would love that.
No.
Real quick, thank you to Phoebe. Sublime with Rome is in McHenry in a few weeks. That's where they are.
Wow. That's awesome. And, we talked about it being a super huge music weekend when you had Third Eye Blind was in town, AJR, Counting Crows, Santana, Rolling Stones. The last 4 days have been busy.
Yeah.
So, other things going on in music that wasn't right here was Coldplay did something incredible over the weekend at the Glastonbury Festival. They brought out Michael J. Fox, the actor, of course, from Family Ties, but then Back to the Future.
Have you watched his documentary Still?
I think I've seen clips of it. I don't think I've seen the whole thing.
It's phenomenal. If anybody hasn't watched that, it's so awesome. You fall even more in love with him and his wife and his story.
Yeah.
It's fascinating the way he was hiding this in movies and stuff. Very good.
He's been fighting it for 30 years. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's
When he
in
was young.
91 or something like that.
He was in the midst of his prime and he was hiding it. He was having a hard time in movie scenes and stuff. He was trying to hide his hands and everything. It was crazy.
And he also was, if you remember Back to the Future, that movie based on him being a guitar player and wanting to be in a band.
Yeah.
And Coldplay said that they, wouldn't necessarily be a band if it wasn't for that movie because they saw Back to the Future and then all wanted to be in a band. How wild is that? Then they bring out Michael J. Fox. Here's what it sounded like.
Michael J. Fox is on guitar there.
So cool. So I get goosebumps watching
That's really
it.
good.
Yeah.
He could have been in the Smashing Pumpkins when they put out that audition.
God, I would have seen that.
It's weird Coldplay wanted to be a band because of Back to the Future and not time travelers because of Back to the Future.
Huh. Well, I guess a band seemed more reasonable
It's
to
not
accomplish.
I wouldn't call Back to the Future like a musical or that music was a center point of the movie.
Well, you saw it now.
I did.
Oh my God, I just understood what you said. I thought you were referencing something else named Time Travelers. And I'm like, I've never seen that.
For a minute, I thought that too.
I was
No.
I was like, why would they want to be a band from Back to the Future instead of Time Travelers? And I'm like, what's Time Travelers?
No,
but
no,
you mean
with all the gigawatts and everything.
okay.
Gigawatts.
That sounded, I was going to say, you just sounded pretty racist. I wouldn't say that again. I wouldn't use that terminology again. I see what you're saying. I think band seemed more available than Time Traveler.
The theme of the movie is he goes to, obviously, Doc Brown to make a big amp for the high school dance so he can be louder and louder. That's opening scene. So he's a guitar player.
And he plays at the prom.
He plays, yeah.
But his mom wants to have sex with him.
Yeah, that's right.
That's part of it. Marvin Berry, Chuck Berry's brother, plays there.
And what did that phone call sound like, Brian?
Yo, Chuck, this is your brother Marvin Berry. You know that sound you've been looking for? Listen to this. And it's Michael J. Fox.
Stole it.
Shredding.
Stole it from Michael J. Fox.
Stole it. That's it. So it's just a really incredible moment for Michael J. Fox, obviously, to go up in front of Glastonbury's monstrous, hundreds of thousands of people there and perform with Coldplay. And Chris Martin was the one specifically that said that about watching Back to the Future. Now, what was more important over the weekend? Michael J. Fox getting up with Coldplay and that performance you just heard, or very big name, Zach Bryan had a concert, and he brought up the Huck 2 girl.
Okay.
To say,
I would argue it's less inspirational.
No, this made me pretty emotional.
Okay.
listen to the audio before you judge.
Well, she's a
Kenzie.
hero.
Now, that's all the audio we have. She just kind of screamed. That's it. She got
She
up.
screamed Hawk Tuah. Was that her?
No, I don't think she says Huck 2.
Yeah, she does.
Yes, she does.
It's right before. Yeah, here we go.
Listen,
Oh my! I didn't make
what
that
do you
up.
think she was yelling?
Like, wow!
Okay, perfect. I thought people were screaming that as she walked on stage, but that was her. You know, they just thought she was a random blonde. Like, I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
probably thought it was the blonde that beat a bunch of people up at the Morgan Wallen concert. Like, I wouldn't know the difference if one walked onto the Zach Bryan stage.
I don't have audio of the introduction, like you said. And now, everybody, I'm bringing up the Huck 2. Spit on that thing, girl. To sing a chorus here.
But every Zach Bryan concert, so he closes with that song Revival, and he brings up a famous person in every city that he's in. And
What a letdown.
I don't know.
City.
Who's hotter in the world right now than her? Every news story goes away an hour after it happened. Hawk Tuah girl has been steady mainstream for 3 weeks now. We can't get rid of her.
Well, you just have to think. People are there like, well, Casey Musgraves, well, Carrie Underwood, well, Brad Paisley, well, it's Hawk Tuah.
Was that in Nashville, that show?
It was. It was at Nissan Stadium.
Oh, my
It was
God.
a football
The amount of
stadium.
people. That is, nobody got effed harder than the Nashville crowd. It's like, the possibilities are endless.
I totally disagree. Casey Musgraves, who I love, comes on stage. You go, oh, a musician comes on stage with Zach Bryan. Got it. The Hawk Tuah girl, who is basically, it's been like a manhunt to find her. She just got a social media, a TikTok account this past weekend. This was like finding Saddam Hussein in the cave.
No,
this
it's
was
not.
a massive
No,
find.
it's not. No, it's not.
Wow.
We do not put our stamp of approval on it. Somebody else said that. It was not me and Brian.
Actually, I agree with it.
Thank you.
I did not say that. No, that sucks. Like, you think that you're gonna get like a performance. She couldn't even do anything else. She did a battle cry. She's got nothing else.
Hey, I was inspired.
She stayed on brand, I'll
That's
say
right.
that.
What do you want her to do? Read a poem?
Crowd seemed to love it.
I don't know. Don't you think Zach Bryan brought her there to unfortunately probably do that, which sucks for her? Like, I wouldn't want to get invited places if I were her because I'd be like, well, the expectation of me is unfortunate.
Hey, he brought her up there. I think he knew what he was going to
Yeah,
get.
I think he's probably gonna bring her back there too. And she's like, I don't want to do it.
His girlfriend was there. He's fine.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll never cheat.
Damn.
The Huck Tuah girl still riding on that
Also,
wave.
if I was Zach Bryan's girlfriend, no, you're not inviting her.
Actually, Zach Bryan's girlfriend interviewed her for her podcast.
What's her podcast?
I'm not going to plug it.
Why? What's it called?
No.
It's called the Brian and Kenzie
Mouth and
Podcast. That's what it's called, yeah.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for sports brought to you by the Marquee Network. Stream Cubs baseball at watchmarquee.com.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, Cubs baseball a little rough yesterday as the Brewers got all 7 runs in the 4th inning and beat the Cubs 7-1. Saturday night's game, Justin Steele, even though they won, boy, he was a video going around him screaming in the dugout.
I liked it.
Yeah, you like the yelling. Some writers are calling the Cubs right now at this point the biggest disappointment in the National League for what they started out as at about a good 6 weeks and where they were at. And so, listen, half the season left, but it's just not very encouraging. It's very disappointing to where they're at right now. But there is a Jersey Mike's opening up in Wrigleyville on Sheffield. So.
Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. Brian, let me ask you real quick.
Sure.
At what point do we need the Boys to Men music for the Cubs?
No.
Are they going to turn it around this year?
Listen, last year after the All-Star break, they became the best team in baseball.
Yeah.
Before they became the worst team in baseball.
We will do it when the season's over. That's when it'll happen.
Wow, really optimistic. I don't know. They sit right now at 39 and 46. They're 11 and a half back from Milwaukee in the division, 5.5 back in the wild card. I'm just saying.
Honestly, well, the only thing that matters is like 3 weeks before the playoffs. Unfortunate with baseball.
Well,
You can be a wild card.
Not
Boom.
quite, because they got to be in the race. And even though the division is super compressed, it's getting bigger now.
Well, yes, the Brewers' lead is expanding. The Cubs had a chance over the weekend to really show Milwaukee what they're made of, and they did. It just happened to be the wrong type of material of what they're made of.
Here's what I used to say all the time.
Oh, boy, a Brian
in
classic.
my sports talk days back in the day, and people would say about like, it's April baseball, who cares? The wins still count. and you know, it's kind of like better to have less stress when the playoffs are coming instead of like.
I'm not trying to be mean, but you can say the wins still count. But how do you think Braves fans felt last year in the playoffs?
Well,
How much did they count?
Well, I'm worried about the Cubs making the playoffs.
We'll see.
That's the tough. You can't just go 3 weeks and make
They're
it
like,
if you're.
best team in baseball gone. Oh, whoa.
It was certainly a rough year last year for the teams that made it on their regular season record. No
know.
question. But you have to get to the dance before you can then play around.
I'll get to the dance.
I like your optimism.
I do too. I'm worried though.
47 wild cards. It's fine.
There's 3. There's a lot. And the Cubs haven't won a playoff game since 2017.
It's rough. It's a bad stretch.
I say this as a Southsider, but I'd like for you guys to make the playoffs. I'd like some October
too.
baseball in Chicago.
No, I really like that also.
Well, they're off today and start a series with the Phillies on the north side, one of the best teams in baseball. Sadly, Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber returning home will not play because they're both on the injured list,
So
which
you're
I'm
saying
bummed.
there's a chance.
There's a chance. I'll be at the game Wednesday night if pneumonia doesn't kill me. And then the White Sox had a barn burner going 14 innings to eventually lose. You know, White Sox had that dog in them.
Well, look, don't look now, but the White Sox have won 3 of their last 4. They beat Atlanta in a one-game makeup game from April when it got rained out. They won the first 2 from Colorado, and they lost in 14 innings yesterday. But I'm still hyper-fixated on Saturday's game. Luis Robert hit a home run 470 feet. At that point, it tied the game. And the call from John Schifrin, the White Sox play-by-play guy, has been stuck in my head for 2 full days now.
Luis Robert Jr. back at the wall. La Pantera!
La Pantera!
On the prowl. He ties the game here in the 6th inning.
I wish he had said La Pantera opening from Metallica at Soldier Field.
Wouldn't have applied to the situation. It wasn't an advertisement.
So White Sox are off today, go to Cleveland tomorrow, so no baseball today. Friday, listen, man, the Blackhawks at the Sphere. Connor Bedard comes up to the stage and announces their 2nd overall pick.
With the 2nd overall pick in the 2024 NHL Draft, the Chicago Blackhawks are proud to select Artem Levshunov.
Okay, Artie, the one-man party. The complete package of beast physically. Right-hand shot, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, Freshman of the Year at Michigan State. 6'2", 200. He'll play big minutes. He's the kind of guy, Kevin Weeks, if you're up 1 or down 1, he could be on the ice.
I love that. Talk about him.
That was a selling point.
Yeah.
Could the guy making the selections, I don't know, be less happy?
That's what I was going to say, Kenzie, is thank God Connor Bedard is good at hockey. Brian, play that intro one more time. I'll tell you exactly what it sounds like when you're done.
For Connor Bedard, listen,
Yeah.
he still looks like
Is
he's
that who read it?
That's
Yes.
Connor Bedard reading it. Yeah.
Get somebody else.
Why?
Let
He
him play
did-
hockey. Good Lord, not do this.
Well, he's not going to go like, let's get ready to rumble.
He could have smiled.
Hey, listen, he's nervous. He's in the Sphere. It's unbelievable. Here it is again.
With the 2nd overall pick in the 2024 NHL Draft, the Chicago Blackhawks are proud to select Artem Levshunov.
It sounds like a sophomore in high school being like, my book report is on The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. In this book, Holden Caulfield goes to New York.
He sounds miserable. It sounds like he's saying somebody died. They announced who died on the Blackhawks.
He's an 18-year-old kid, and he's one of the best players,
He's
rookie of the
depressed.
year. He's not
Somebody should
depressed.
ask him if he's okay. I know it's not Mental Health Awareness Month anymore, but ask him if he's okay.
He's fine. And now he's got Artie, the one-man party with him,
Oh,
joining him in the
that's what he
Blackhawks.
should've said. We select Artie to one-man party. That would have been so fun.
Well, maybe they should have sent you up there to do it.
I would love to announce all the names.
I can imagine.
That would be just a blast. Imagine if I got to do everyone's name for the picks.
Oh, you just go up and do all of them.
All of them. Who's next? Give me a list.
Well, I don't know who's next.
Well, Kenzie, do you want to do that for hockey when it's all those Russian names?
Oh, but how funny would that be?
Sergei Remember
The tall blonde guy.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Our audio of the day comes from a married couple, and boy, they sound like a married couple that just don't get along. They were fishing for lobster out at Cape Cod, and then the husband saw a shark, but that wife wasn't having it when he saw the shark.
That
That wife, she was like, nah.
Well, she obviously doesn't know her place, Brian. You want to show her?
Well, until she decided it was a shark, and then everybody, okay, it is a shark.
Oh, God.
That is a shark.
No, it's a whale.
It's a shark.
That is a whale. Oh, my God, that is a freaking shark.
That's a great white shark.
That is a shark like I've never seen.
Yeah, there's two. That's a 20-foot great white shark coming at us.
I mean, as soon as she decided it was a shark, then it was the greatest shark in the world's ever seen.
It was a freaking shark.
Well, I mean, it was such a big shark, she thought it was a whale. You have to understand how mind-blowing the size of the shark is.
Yeah, I guess most typically sharks aren't that big, but it was a great white, like a 20-footer out there.
I'll tell you who knew. The husband.
Husband, it's a shark.
You could tell he was like, you know that Adam Sandler skit where he's like, death, come for me now, because Chris Farley's his wife? He sounded like, I hope the shark attacks me and I don't have to be here.
The tone of his voice when he says, it's a shark.
That is a shark.
No, it's a whale.
It's a shark.
That is a
He cannot sign up for this again, and you know it.
You know, they've had like an argument over about 800 things
yeah.
on this fishing trip.
Absolutely.
And finally the shark came around.
How long do you think they've been married for him to use that tone?
15 years.
I was going to say 20 plus.
Yeah, I think it's a 20 plus.
Yeah.
I think that if it was 20 plus,
It'd be
they
over.
wouldn't be on a trip together. Because he's probably gone fishing a million times, and the whole day she's like, you know what this is? He's like, yes, and you don't. I'm going to lose it. The patience gives 15 years.
Did you bring the cooler with the sandwiches? No, I didn't. No sandwiches. this guy.
Oh, God.
That is a shark.
No, it's a whale.
It's a shark.
That is
It's a shark.
She's
I
so
do this
confident.
every weekend.
Yeah, she's so confident that it's a whale at first.
Oh, it looks like a whale.
But she turns so quickly, and it's the greatest shark the ocean's ever seen.
That is a whale. Oh, my God, that is a freaking shark.
That's a great white
That
shark.
is a shark like I've never seen.
Yeah, there's two. That's a 20-foot great white shark coming at us.
Oh, boy. And he's like, just going to jump in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done.
He's like, thank God it's swimming this way.
He's like, oh, my God, it's the greatest shark in the history of the world.
Oh.
It'd be amazing to see a shark like that in the boat and just kind of come right towards you.
Well, I'm kind of wondering what boat they're on now. If they're on like a little wooden.
It sounds little.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everyone
Thank
sounds
you.
near each other, and
Yeah.
there's not a lot of engine rumbles. It sounds like a small boat. They're going to need a bigger one. Ew. Thank you. Thank you.
I had to reach for it, sorry.
Do you know if they survived? Because it sounds like they might be dead.
I think they're okay, but I don't know what the car ride home
I
was
think he
like.
wishes he's dead. It sounds like he wishes he was dead.
I told you it was a shark. I told you. All right, 312-591-8300. Text in right now your takeaway from today's show. Something that was very memorable. I'm sorry, I'm getting the giggles over that audio. Chef Sean says, it also sounds like a guy who got divorced taking his new girlfriend out on his boat.
Wow.
And then he can't deal with her.
Wow, Chef Sean's speaking from experience, I think.
All right, so let's see what that sounds like. So now picture being an old divorced guy who's bought his younger
Younger
girlfriend.
girlfriend. It's got to be a much younger girlfriend.
Well, I know, because younger is not always better, like
Yeah.
they think.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm 57. It's a shark. I've seen a shark.
That is a shark.
No, it's a whale.
It's a shark.
That is a whale. Oh, my God, that is a freaking shark.
That's a great white shark.
That is a shark like I've never seen.
Oh my God, perspective is everything. Oh, thank you, Chef Sean. Get your takeaways coming in 312-591-8300. Something that was memorable about today's show with Brian and Kenzie and Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Lauren coming in, take you through the rest. It's going to be a glorious day before it gets hot again, so get out and do something. Take Lauren with you anywhere you go on the Q101 app, iHeartRadio. However, you can listen to us on your desktop. If you want to take your laptop outside, you can listen to Q101 any way you want.
You know what I like doing? I put on the Q101 app in the gym. It's one less decision I have to make. I don't have to fumble over what song I want to hear at that moment. I just put on Lauren or Brian Phillips.
Huh.
Yeah.
Or you could just listen to our podcast. You want to listen to us?
Well, I want to listen live. I want to hear some music.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, when was the last time you were at the gym?
Whoa, what does that mean?
I'm just asking.
I was insensitive.
Pretty recently, Brian.
When?
In last month, June.
In last month.
So June 1st.
June is broad. I'm not on Brian's side, but that's a broad statement. In last month.
Everybody comes around to my side eventually when a little research is done.
What?
30 days since the gym.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, listen, just get pneumonia, lose 10 pounds like me, man. It was easy.
Yeah, no, it sounds awesome.
Super easy. So takeaways, Case, what do you got?
Oh, my goodness. Henry checked in from Manhattan and said, I have a new appreciation for the olive oils that are not such whores. That's nice.
It's like I ran through olive oil. Sorry. That's how I like it. Bebon texted in, Brian is beating off pneumonia.
Facts. I'm a pure science case that will be in the book someday.
Yeah, no, you're just like Stonewall Jackson in that sense.
Finally, Kevin checked in 219. Takeaway. It's a shark.
No, it's a whale.
It's a shark.
That is a whale. Oh my God, that is a freaking shark.
He's so tired
he's
compared to his
done.
energy level.
It's a shark.
She's like, let's go out later. He's like, this is it. This is all we're doing tonight.
Case, what's on the podcast?
Well, like we said just a second ago, you know, Kenzie got put on a airport watch list over the weekend. You can figure out why that happened. If you missed takeaways, you know, we were gone Thursday and Friday. Brian explains why we were gone Thursday and Friday and the medical miracle that he has made ever since. All that and so much more on the Brian and Kenzie podcast.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.